Hey guys, how are you? Hey, welcome back to the new season. This is an episode that I have my handsome little young Mateo. He's going to be helping me. And just in case you don't know who I am, I'm the host of Simply Fit, Sandy White. And this is, again, my little handsome Mateo White. And what we're going to be doing today, I'm going to have Mateo helping me out. It's a little messy. I know you guys are like, what in the world? Yes, I did this on purpose because we have changed the segment where we're going to be doing 20 minutes so we can get right into the meat and potatoes of everything. And on today's segment, we're going to show you how to make biscuits with 2 ingredients. Yep, 2 ingredients. So real quick, I'm going to show you all something. This is what you guys are typically used to doing. I just went in the refrigerator. You're used to going to buy these or whatever brand you get, but it's the biscuits in the can. We're going to show you how to make biscuits with 2 ingredients, and they're going to look like this. One second. I got to find the other pot holder so I don't, I think I can do it here. We just made some, boom, and I literally just took them out of the oven. You want to take one and bite it? He'll tell you if he likes it or not. That's why I like having them on, because they'll tell you, nope, don't like it. Oh, it's okay, whatever. Same thing. Now, you want to bake these to the color you like, but just make sure that they're actually cooked. So this is going to, depending on if it's on sale, I know some of the grocery stores like where I'm at, you can get 2 of these for $5, 2 for $5. And this one says it has 8 in there. Some of them only have 5. Now, a lot of you all like to do these. Don't do this a lot. But when they're in cans and packages and stuff like that, the longer, if they're on the shelf, it's not fresh. They got a lot of preservatives in them. 2 ingredients, you don't have to worry about all of the preservatives. And I'm going to show you what you can use regular flour. Now, if you use regular flour, you're going to have to put an self-rising yeast in it and all of that, butter and all. You can do that, not a problem. That's a lot more steps. You can get it done. But what I'm trying to share with you guys today is you need to be, actually it shouldn't be that this is the case, but yes, we're still dealing with the effects of the pandemic. You should be mindful of your money, how you're spending your money. So if you get that can that I showed you, that's $2.50 or $3, whatever the price is at the time when you go to your grocery store. When it's done, it's done. But if you use these 2 ingredients that I'm about to show you, you could get the same amount, spend $2.50, but make the biscuits whenever you feel like it. So like I told you, you can use regular flour, and then you can put the self-rising yeast in it, or you can do like what we're going to do. So put 2 cups in here. So we made some because like I told you all, we cut our time down to 20 minutes, and I just need you all to see what we just did. So put 2 cups in here. Now this, my friends, I'm doing a hack. So 2 cups, Bunny. Can you do it without mommy holding it, or you want mommy to hold it? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to do 2 cups of flour. And actually, I'm cheating because I don't want to have to do self-rising yeast and add the butter. Go ahead and dump it in. It's going to be 2 cups and a fork. I'm actually using pancake mix. And you could get a bag of pancake mix for $1, maybe $2, but you can see how much I got in here. So, but, and it does this, oops, I gotta do a third. So 2 cups and a third of pancake mix, or if you want to do your, there we go, a little bit more, but that's okay. Or if you want to do your flour and the self-rising yeast, they come in a package. So instead of doing 2 steps, you're doing 2 cups of your flour, whether it's self-rising. If it's self-rising, then of course you don't need the self-rising yeast. If you're using plain flour, this is plain flour, and this costs 89 cents. And the pack of what is self-rising yeast probably costs 89 cents. You get the point here. You can make as much as you want, little as you want, and when you want. That can is going to expire. The flour, not so much. And then after you do, like we did, 2 cups and a third of flour, and now we're going to add in some heavy whipping cream. Now, I like the heavy whipping cream because it brings out the flavors in the flour, since I'm using pancake mix. And it actually comes out, you're going to do 2 of these. So this is a third, this is 1/3. So 1 cup, 1/3 of moisture. Now, here you go, buddy. Can you do this right, mommy? So if you're using regular flour, you can use buttermilk, you can use regular milk. Just make sure that you're using the self-rising flour if you don't want to have multiple steps. You got me? So if you use self-rising flour, then you're going to use buttermilk if you want that flavor. I got heavy whipping cream because I just like the nuttiness in it. And because it's heavy, I'm actually going to have to do like 2/3 cup, and maybe like, I'm not wasting a lot of, making a lot more mess than I already do. So I already know, so maybe like 2 more teaspoons of the heavy whipping cream. And now you can start mixing that together, buddy. And then once you mix it together, so we want to mix it like this, get it going, move your cup, move your bowl around, mix, 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 mix. All right. And I already have my flour down, so we're going to mix all this together. It's going to be clumpy, but a little watery. Turn your hand this way, that'll help. Turn your hand, put your knuckles up. There you go. Step in a little bit. There you go. So you still got moisture in there. And then we're just going to mix. And this is a fun thing that you can actually have your little ones helping you out with. It doesn't take long. You put the biscuits on, you preheat your oven, you turn it on 425, and you put it in for 18 minutes. Make sure you preheat your oven. When you preheat your oven, you'll get a better brown crispiness. It'll be a little, I like mine with a little bit of a crunch on the top, and then real nice and flaky and soft on the inside. So depending on how you like yours, you don't want yours to get too dark, adjust the heat between 375 and 425. And then because I want more of a nutty flavor, I use the heavy whipping cream. You want a buttermilk flavor, use buttermilk. You want just that light and airy flavor, then use regular milk. Now, if you're lactose intolerant, which we are, that's one of the reasons why we don't use milk. We use the heavy whipping cream. It doesn't affect your gut intestinal health as much as cow milk does. So let me mix this up a little bit, and let him get to the good stuff, which is balling. Go wash your hands while mommy do this real quick. I'm gonna put all of this together, and then he is going to start cutting out the biscuits. Now, depending on how big, small, if you want tea biscuits, then of course you want to use something like this size right here. So tea biscuits, this little area right here is going to give you that size. If you want the big flaky biscuits, then you want to use this size right here, and that's what we're going to use. So I am going to add a little bit more in here, and then I'm going to take it out. And now, depending on how the temperature is in your house, if it's super hot, you're going to need to take your dough and stick it in the refrigerator for about maybe 5-10 minutes, something like that, so it gets a little cold. And I made sure to turn up my air conditioner so it was a little colder than we normally have it, and that way the dough doesn't stick typically as much as what it really would be. So you want it a little moist, because now we're going to take it and he's going to have fun. We're going to put it in a ball, and we're going to stick it down here. Make sure you got some flour down here, because you don't want it to stick to your surface. Of course, make sure everything is clean, and then from there you get to rock and roll. Yep, go wash your hands again. So I'm going to take the rings off. If you have on rings, I've already taken mine off, and y'all can see it's a little sticky, but that's normal. You want it a little bit. Now I already had the flour down here on my surface. I did not check the time, but I don't think I'm gonna go over because we're only doing, like I said, 20-minute segments. And I'm gonna add a little bit more flour down here. And keep in mind, I told you all I didn't use my flour. I actually just used pancake mix. You already got it. Most of you all eat pancakes on a regular basis. And I got Cracker Barrels because I like that flavor. So instead of me going through all of that, trying to make the flavor of the buttermilk and all of that, I just went and got their pancake mix. And then you just do these 2 steps, 2 and 1/4 cup of mix. You put in I use a 1/3 cup of heavy whipping cream per cup, and then you have to gauge it once you put the mixture together. So now look, see, that wasn't hard at all. And we've already made our pancakes. I'm gonna rinse my hand off. He's gonna get started cutting, and because we already showed you guys what it looks like once you're done. And this is how easy it is. Uh-oh, I gotta get me another. And then here's the other thing that, go ahead and you can start cutting. You want to be mindful of all the flour that you're using, because the flour will dry it out and there you go. Now see how he just did that little, now if it won't come out, there you go. Now show them what it looks like. Yeah, nice and big, and they come out like this. Now and this is nice and flaky. Nice and flaky, and it tastes delicious. And y'all know I was gonna eat some. So we can make another one. And all you do is keep patting your flour together. And you just want to fold it, get a little flour on it. So now, do you use your fingers? And that's all he's going to keep doing, and popping out more biscuits. And it's just that easy to make biscuits with 2 simple steps. Heavy whipping cream, pancake mix, and that's it. There you go. As soon as you hear that little boop, when you're twisting out, you're good to go. It's like air being released, and that's so easy. And he'll do this until he has no more flour, no more batter. Now, if it got a little sticky, then before, you don't want, because you really don't want to have watery battering, just use some plastic wrap, as I told you before, and wrap up your dough, stick it in the refrigerator for about 5 minutes. I simply just turned my air up because I just didn't want the flour to get sticky. I wanted it to be a little hard, but not where it wasn't pliable. And that's it. And he'll do this until he has no more biscuits, and we're good to go. Now look, check this out, guys. What I'm gonna do next week is show you guys how to make sushi. So before I tell you about the sushi, you see how you can do this until you have whatever your family needs when you need it. Because if you're using the canned version, as I told you before, once it's gone, it's gone. You gotta go back out, you're wasting gas, you're wasting time, and you're spending excess money. So we want to be healthy, and we want to use our money wisely. Our job here is to show you simple tips and strategies so that you and your family can have and live a healthy lifestyle where it's not going to just be to the point where you're not going to be consistent in it. So 2 steps, you can enunciate them. If you're like, I don't want to do all this, there's not a lot of ingredients on here, or what they have in the ingredients on the back of here, but what they do have in here is what you were going to have to spend a lot of extra money on. So that's why I said it's less than 10 ingredients in the baking mix. That's much easier for me. But you could use regular flour, or if you want to, regular flour, self-rising yeast, buttermilk. So there would be 3 ingredients. Or you can use self-rising yeast, buttermilk, self-rising yeast, regular milk, self-rising yeast, and the heavy whipping cream. Or get the pancake mix that has the flavor that you like, and you have a whipping cream, or whatever the liquid is of your choice. Much easier. I spent the same amount of money that I'm going to spend on a can of biscuits, and I'm going to get as much as I want or as least as I want. Because if you want to use tea, make tea biscuit size, so you're going to get a lot more, because this size right here, as you can see, the size is not that much. I wanted mine to be like normal biscuit size. So this is actually a Starbucks mug. You can go, you know where Starbucks is. And I just got this just so I can cut biscuits out. If you have a biscuit cutter, good to go. You can use that too. But you see how easy, and he's not struggling. He did this with no problem. And then now his last little biscuit, he's just gonna take it and shape it, and he's good to go. Now, what I'm gonna do next week, because we are pretty much out of time, I'm gonna show you guys how to make sushi. Ew, gross, sushi. That's what a lot of you all are saying right now. Sushi is typically known to have raw fish in it. Me, I don't like raw fish. You can make sushi with the typical seaweed wraps, or you can use the clear wraps, and you can put just vegetables in it, or you could put the meat of choice you want in it. I like to use the imitation crab, because the real crabs, you could use that too. It's just a lot messier to me. I just use the imitation crabs, cut it out, cut some, and I'll show you all of this next week. I put vegetables in there. I put avocado in there, and then I do the imitation crab. And this one right here is going to be fun too. I'm going to see if I can get Mattel or my other one, Tobias, to kind of help me out. But this is what I'm going to show you guys how to do next week. All right, so with that being said, we are out of time, and I hope you all enjoyed this segment. And that's pretty much what we're going to be doing this entire segment. We're going to be cutting it down so we can get right into the meat and potatoes. This is Simply Fit. This is Mateo, and I'm Sandy. And we hope you guys enjoy the 2-step process to making biscuits. Bye. Tell them bye. Say see you later. The oven is going off, so you go turn the oven off.